rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad.
Hello and welcome to the first installment of Secret Swipes and Lies showrunner commentary. I'm Desira Page, the creator and showrunner for the series. Okay, so let's jump right in. So this opening sequence, really, I wanted to create the series as kind of an alternative content piece for a feature that I am working on called The Secret Lives of Me. And I thought it would be a great idea to kind of create this alternative content proof of concept from previous iterations of that script. And so that opening sequence actually appears in the new script, but I wanted to really set up the tone of the feel of the series. So it really starts on this dream sequence, and we see our character first in her fantasy dream world, which is something that I really set up in the feature film. So I wanted to keep that as part of both of the alternative content as well as the feature that I am working on. We're attaching talent as I speak. Sorry, I can't tell you who at this moment, but we are in talks. But that's really as far as the two projects themselves, what they really share. The rest of this is kind of a departure, and it serves as giving us a peek at our character before we join her in the feature film. And so, and that way we get to meet Surya and we get to find out more and build more of a relationship with her. And I thought keeping the therapy sessions, which unfortunately are not part of the feature now, that it'd be a good place to kind of keep our therapy sessions. And so, as we continue for
from my point of view.
Alternative content, probably even when the feature is released, we'll do a few more of these short films, because this is really a short film in 5 parts, and so that's how we kind of released this web series, 5-episode web series, and this is the first episode where we meet Jake, her therapist, and Surya. And right now she's kind of, I don't know, like a lot of people are a little ambivalent or suspicious of therapy. And, she knows she has a problem. She wants help, but she's not really sure if she's really ready. She hasn't hit that bottom yet, that any kind of addiction really demands you reach before you actually, basically clean up your end.
As you know,
but this is the first step, and so she reaches out to
just asked me to be the spokesperson for her organization.
Jake, her therapist, because he's an addiction specialist. And so she's kind of sitting there trying, and you can notice by some of her body language where Natasha is doing a really fantastic job of giving us, her legs across, her arms across, kind of like where she's not open. But then at moments right here, she's toying with, just being a little flirty. So also maybe giving us a peek of like what she has in store for later. That was that little moment. I wanted really to kind of do an homage to Basic Instinct, the famous legs open scene that it really shocked everybody. We didn't go as far, obviously, as they went, but it was kind of just like a wink to that, in terms of like her flirtation with her therapist. So, she goes back and forth with her seriousness. She uses different tactics to kind of test him, but also going
feel?
back and forth as
What
to,
do you think?
does she really
It's not for me
trust
to
this
say.
process or not? Is she going to go all in or not?
Why?
So
Because the
maybe she's kind of at this point not all in, but at this
put
moment
together
she's like, okay, I'm
self
gonna give it a try. You know,
thinks
maybe
that
I can
my
trust him.
confident self
I'm not really
is a
sure. And
cold,
so her body language is a
self-serving
little
form.
more open, if you notice, with the
Interesting.
arm. And I think she's just doing a masterful job
And
at
my
portraying
confidence,
this. And
more
just a
in
little
control
side note.
self,
When we
thinks my
filmed this,
less
Natasha
together
was
self
originally cast as
is
Kristen,
a whiny
but we
bitch.
had a lot of, as indie film
see.
projects do, we had a lot of challenges,
you become aware of
especially I
those
think we
two
lost our
selves?
sound person like 3 times, and so we had to keep pushing production.
know.
And in that
A while ago.
process, we lost the original
first time you lost
actress
control?
that we had
Probably
cast.
when I was
And luckily, I had basically all the actresses that I read and cast. I read them all for Syria. So I basically took my top 4 actresses, top 3, I think, yeah, there's 3 female roles, top 3 actresses, and cast them all. So I knew she could pull it off because she was my
I'm a good guy.
second top actress for the role of Surya. So I just kind of moved her up, but it was literally a week before we started shooting. So she had a huge challenge to really learn. Basically, it was about 30 pages of dialogue. And like she's in every scene practically, you know, as well as the voiceovers. So that was a real challenge, but she really does a great job here when she's starting to kind of get into her backstory a little bit about how she first began her journey down the rabbit hole of sexual addiction. So thank you so much for joining me. And for more tea on creating the series, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, remember, you're only one swipe away from addiction.
She's sex, drugs, cocaine.